They say that a designer has the duty to make timeless designs. Today we are here at TH Humble Beginnings, and they specialize in creating beautiful curtains, custom-made furniture, and quality textile at an affordable price. My name is Aina Raizakoya, and this is your favorite show, My.NA Property. Today I'm excited to get you involved in the production process of TH Humble Beginnings, as well as bring you a very enlightening conversation of the work that they do. Stick around for this fabulous show.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
They say that a room should never allow an eye to settle in just one place. Today I'm excited to be chatting all things interior design, all things aesthetics and visuals. I am joined by Thamia Hougaard. She is the founder of the TH Humble Beginnings business. She will be discussing her passion of interior design and business and everything nice that you can learn from. How are you doing?
Hi, Aina. Thank you that I can be here. I'm very excited. We are doing good.
Awesome stuff. Talk to us about TH Humble Beginnings. Where did it first start? What was the idea behind it, and so forth and so on?
I was blessed with a very creative mind, and I'm so thankful for that. And so when in 2015, actually, it just came to mind. I couldn't sit still, and it was time to jump. So I thought maybe I should start using my talents, and I registered, and we started out as Humble Beginnings because that's what we were.
It's literally Humble Beginnings.
Yes, small team, but very efficient.
Oh, wow, and look at where you've come now. And a lot of us are going to be asked, what did you do with your talent? At least you would have an answer to that question. Okay, what type of services do you offer?
It's actually kind of a big roof that we work under. It's a very, very personal kind of, it's not just a job. So first things that we need to is, what we do is mainly curtains, upholstery. We do custom builds. But the main thing is I need to assess my client, especially if it's a private client. What's her style, what's her personality, what's the style of her house, and then we go from there.
Okay, and what type of fabrics do you use when you make these curtains? What is your choice of fabric informed by?
We have a few houses that we work with. I'm working with a few big ones like Hertex, Loomcraft, UNG, Home Fabric, Stewart Graham, Silk House. And it depends all on what the client need. And I do like to work with fabrics that I believe in, products that I believe in, which is good and strong, not something that I just buy off the shelf. So this has been years and years and years of getting to know my fabric houses and what we need, what fabric goes with what project, if it's contract, if it's for a hotel, if it's for lodges, if it's for a private client, if it's only occasional. It all depends on what the project needs.
What the project needs.
Yes.
Speaking of project, how do you then go about selecting the type of projects you should work on? I am assuming you've cemented yourself in this business. Clients flow in and out of this
That's
place.
actually quite easy, because for some reason when I walk into a room or an establishment, it's just kind of, it comes to me, and immediately when I start searching, it kind of just pops out, and I know that this is going to work and this is going to work.
Yeah.
So I get a selection together and I show my clients my client or clients what I would suggest. But I still need to remember it's not my personal choice, it's my client that needs to be happy. But I try to get into their head and their situation and see what I can find for them. That is not only going to be for now, it needs to be, because this is it's not just a once off. She or he needs, or they need to be happy for quite a few years.
Something that is timeless.
Timeless, elegant, and also cost wise. You need to keep in mind.
Cost effective.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to walk us through, some of your most memorable projects that you've worked on. Maybe you worked on this lodge and that was your favorite project, and what did you love about it?
Oh my goodness, that's a very difficult one. Because you know what, the thing with my projects, it's not just a job that we do and we're done. It becomes a relationship. So most of my clients become friends, and it becomes years and years of relationship that we build, which is very important. So every project, doesn't matter how small or how big, is special. But there were a few that stands out for me, we did a backpackers lodge that we've built everything from galvanized pipe. And the floating beds, we did everything. We built everything from the ground up. That was actually kind of exciting. And then we had the opportunity to work for private clients, where especially the lady of the house, breaks out in tears, and that makes my heart very happy.
Yeah.
And also then some of the lodges are in such beautiful places, so we have the opportunity to be part of their team for a few days in this, and the months beforehand, but those few days that we're there for the installations and stuff, which makes it really, really special. Not only the installation and what we were able to do for them, but it's the whole package deal that's so important.
Yeah, it's such a blessing to be able to live to see the impact your work has on people and their lives and their communities. So kudos to you. So what are some of the trends that you have noticed in your industry that you are working towards, getting on board for your business, for the development of your business per se?
I think the basis that we work on, personally, I am not one that's going or favorable to trends, because if you're old school and you're more conservative, it doesn't help that I put something very modern, very clean slate looking for you. So it all depends on, there are certain colors of the year, there are certain trends, but I need to keep you as a client in mind. Also the establishment, if it's a hotel, does it need sunblock? Does it? So it's just not straightforward. So trend is, for me, what your personal style is about, what we need to establish for you to make you happy, especially a specific look and feel at a lodge or a hotel or a B&B, or your personal style. You cannot have antique furniture and you have these modern curtains. So you need to keep all of that in mind to make it your trend.
Love that. So what type of research do you then employ to make sure that you are ahead of the business, you are number one in your industry?
Again, I think that's quite easy, because we've been in the business. I've been in the business for 25 years now. So it's something that you learn, and it kind of comes by itself, and especially it's because it's so personal. So it again, it's actually quite easy. You know exactly what type of product you will need, what you need to use, what kind of fabrics you need, if it's going to be, as I said previously, if it's going to be occasional, if it's for decor, if it's for hard contract work, like maybe a doctor's office or a hotel, then you need hard wearing contract fabrics. So you need to keep in mind what your fabric is. If it's going to be a cotton, then obviously it's going to shrink. If it's going to be a synthetic, it's going to take longer. It's going to keep longer. If it has a UV filter, if it needs to be a sheer, the look and feel. So it actually, if I see the room, I can envision it, and I would give my suggestions, and the client will hear me out, and then we move from there.
And then you'll create magic, and that's why experience is so important. But talk to us about why lighting is so important when it comes to, you know, building an environment and the ambience in the place, in the room.
All right. I think the most important for me when it comes to light is the way you build your house or your establishment is, because in winter and summer, and especially in our country, you need to keep that in mind. But then again, you get spaces that got these beautiful, it's just the scenery is just gorgeous. Yes. So then you cannot always keep in mind that which way you need to build your building. So then we come in, and then we've got certain products that we can help you assess. Say in the winter you can keep the heat in, but in the summer you keep it out. So it all depends, but light is very, very important, especially, and there's not only light, there's different ways of using lights or decorative like wallpapers with a shimmer or something, or maybe a mirror to bring in your light, or even plants that kind of bring the outside in. So it's not only light that's so important, there are kind of a few elements that you need to keep in mind to make the most of your room or establishment.
And they can all coexist, because without the other won't be able to work.
They complement each other.
They complement
and they balance each other.
Thamia, we will be right back, because I think that you have a lot of wealth of knowledge to offer when it comes to interior design and business, and we will continue this conversation shortly. Stick around.
Thank you.
Welcome to Namibia, where adventure meets tranquility. With Enjoy, you have access to a wide range of accommodations to suit every traveler's taste and budget. Experience the finest dining and hospitality Namibia has to offer. Booking your dream accommodation is just a few clicks away with Enjoy. Join thousands of happy travelers who have trusted Enjoy for their Namibian getaway. Your gateway to unforgettable Namibian adventures. Visit us today at enjoy.my.na.
Thank you so much for staying with us. We are coming to you live and direct from the workshop. This is where all the production happens. Thamia, tell me about what happens in the studio.
All right, what happens? So when we did the consulting and the estimates were agreed to, we will go and fetch fetch all the furniture, or what we need to, the orders that we need to do. And then my partner here, Brian, he starts stripping, and the upholstery parts happen here. The custom build of the furniture all happens here. All the upholstery, that's his baby. And then we've also got another, not here, another division that we make the curtains. And then upstairs is actually my little domain, where some of my other machines are, where we do tablecloths and runners, and some of the curtains, Roman blinds, because I'm also part of the production. It is very important for me to be part from the get-go, to the finishing product and the installation.
So how many people does your team comprise of?
We are very small,
Yeah.
very efficient. So we've got a different workshop for the curtaining. There are a few girls. And then we've got Brian, which is my upholsterer. And I've got Gasha, she is my right hand up there where we do the tablecloth and the serviette or the napkins and smaller stuff. And then we've got Faltani. And then if there's an installation, we go as a team. So then we leave everything and we go together and we do it. And if we need to, especially with more men that we need, then we make our team bigger.
Okay, so you
Yes.
outsource people as well.
Yes.
But ultimately, teamwork makes the dream work. All right, let's talk about some of the technologies that you use to create your products. For example, or what type of machines are you using to make these curtains, to make these tablecloths, and so forth and so on?
Mainly we use industrial machines. His machine is very, very strong. But all over we are kind of very old school still. So technology is good, but we like to do it still hands-on. We're hands-on. So it's still measuring and no fancy machines. But we do have specific machines for the eyelets, and we hand stitch some of the curtains and leather. Everything is... I think it's because all of us has been so long in the trade.
You are highly skilled, highly trained.
I wouldn't say that, but we're trying our very, very best. I think
Yeah.
I've got a great team, and we love what we do, and it's a passion. It's just not a job.
Okay. And what would you say to somebody who wants to take up space in your industry? Maybe you can give tips to an upcoming interior design.
Yes, all right. What I did realize and saw very early on, yes, if you have the opportunity to learn the trade, as in study it, great. But you need to have a flair and an understanding of what the project consists of, what they need, how to you can make the best of what you got and what they have. Because sorry, I'm just sometimes it happens that we do not only do new furniture. We try to use what my client has that we can repurpose. We can maybe just do something different with it, upscale it, change the style a bit. So that's very important. But what I learned very early on is, especially the young ones that studied this, you need to learn, you need to be in the industry, you need to, because I still do believe if you've got a practical and a creative mind, you do not need to have a diploma or a grade or whatever behind you.
Because you can do the work, you know what it takes to do the work. And ultimately, honestly, really, that's what matters the most. I want us to discuss, themes when it comes to interior design. Some people, a client will come to you and they say, no, Thamia, I want something minimalist. And then another client will come and say, no, I want something modern. Maybe you can walk us through the difference between this type of themes when it comes to interior designing.
Yes. There are a few themes. I think right now one of the biggest trends is wave curtains. So it's a very minimalistic look. And it makes a perfect wave. It looks quite pretty. You've got different ways of finishing it off at the top, and it's quite modern. So then you also get like the eyelets, which is also a very, very good option. Always neat. It's one of the options that uses the least volume, which makes it more cost effective. And then you get more like the old school, more traditional, more maybe a little bit conservative. Then we do like butterfly pleats or goblets. So it all depends on, again, not maybe a trend, but a personal style. Yes.
And the requirement.
And the requirements.
Okay.
So if it's going to be more modern, we might use more shears or just interesting self-lined product, which is a kind of straight, easy and modern looking feel. And if you go with pleats and stuff, then you can go for like a jacquard or something like a velvet that's heavy and more dramatic.
Okay. You've mentioned that you've been in the business for 25 years, if I'm
Yes.
not mistaken.
Yes.
What are the key lessons that you have learned thus far?
Again, I would think it's a very personal thing. Keep your client in mind. Do not try to push your ideas onto them. Give them a few ideas, and it's about relationship building. It's not just
Upselling a product.
no. It needs to work for them. It needs to be what they need to prolong the product for them, and they need to live with it for 10 or 15 or whatever years.
Yeah.
And be very happy.
Be very happy. And challenges, maybe quickly, challenges that you have faced for these 25 years. I mean, surely there have been
yes.
some challenges.
Definitely. Weirdly enough, cases that happens that is just unexplainable. Like we did once, we did a home by the seaside, and it was it's supposed it's 100% synthetic product, so it's supposed to be not to shrink or anything. And there's usually about a 3% shrinkage that you can work with, except for when it's a natural product. And this house, where in the winter it shrunk about this much,
Oh, no.
and in the summer it just hung out, and there was just no way with that we can kind of pinpoint it. And then another one is also a new one that we have never experienced, is we because we work with specific formulas, specific rules, specific standards, there are rules to this. It's just not you can bend it a little, but you cannot break it. So it depends on what you're working with. But specific this is that we've worked with a product that for some unexplainable reason, and nobody, not the supplier, not us, because when we packaged it, it was absolutely perfect. But some of the cushion is in leather, shrunk to an extent that is not way possible. So none of us can figure this one out. But we are rectifying it. And so we do not know. Maybe it's the environment, but it's not supposed to happen.
Maybe it's climate change.
Yeah,
know.
but there are challenges,
Yeah.
but we try to accommodate our client and rectify it as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's always good to just stay ahead of the game, be innovative, and always take accountability. Thamia, thank you so much for joining us on My.NA Property. It has been such a lovely conversation. I've learned so much, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure having you here.
You're most welcome. We will be right back. Please don't move an inch. We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country. For all your upholstery, curtains, decor and interior element services, do not hesitate to reach out to TH Humble Beginnings on Facebook. They will be right at your service. They are simply just a DM away. And on that note, this has been My.NA Property. We will see you next week, same time, same place.